lobby that had no seats on the floor. It was all glass all the way around, like a greenhouse.
Where to?
Hey?
Where to?
What do you mean?
What airport?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was...
Where
I think it was O'Hare. I think it was Chicago.
I've been to Chicago Airport. It is like a glass, like greenhouse, isn't it?
Probably was there then. Cool,
Yeah,
that was a
it
good
is.
guess. And I was sitting there, and there was a woman sitting opposite me with two kids, and she had her back towards the glass opposite me. And we were sitting there, and it was really boring. It was really hot. We were looking round, just looking around. Everyone was like really tired, looking around. And I looked at the woman opposite me and the two kids, and I can't explain this, but I looked over at them, and the kids were standing up, and I said to the woman and the two kids, I said, "Come here."
Evil.
Right? I don't know why I did
They were
this.
by the glass, wasn't they?
Yeah.
When was this?
This was about, I wasn't seeing Vanessa, so it must have been about 96, 95. And I said, "Come here." And they came over. The woman looked at me, and I went, "No, come here." And she got up and came over, and the kids came, and the glass above them shattered
Oh my God.
and landed right where they were sitting.
Really? Wow.
Whoa!
So
What was it
freaky.
above the glass?
I don't
What
know.
did she say?
What did she say to you?
I don't know, but she kept looking at me really, really strange. She was completely in shock. I suppose I was
Her
as
kids
well.
could have been, child could have been killed.
Well, glass.
But I
they could have been
think-
cut to death.
I think, looking back, that I'd kind of heard the glass going.
But you said it quite calmly. Come
Yeah.
here.
I don't know why I said it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were all. The thing was, we were all sitting there, and we were all kind of. It was so hot in this thing that everyone was sitting there, and they were a bit like, "Ooh," and they'd been waiting for about 2 hours for this delayed flight. And I think looking back, I can't remember, but I think looking back, I heard the glass. You know the saying, "Glass makes"
Yeah.
when it's about to go.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Yeah.
I think I heard that, but I just said,
Come here.
"Come here," and the two kids came straight away. They just walked over to me.
Kids do, don't they?
And the woman looked at me and I went, "No, come here." And she got up and moved and the glass came in.
Wow.
It was so bizarre.
Was you on your
It
Does
own?
she
freaked
thank
me
you?
out. No, she didn't actually. She was just kind of just
Evil.
looking. No,
Couldn't really,
it was too
probably couldn't
weird.
understand it.
It was really, really odd.
Guardian angel.
Was you on your own, Dean, or was you just...
Yeah, I was on my own. Which made it weird because I couldn't tell anyone. And I was thinking to myself, what happened then? Do you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
thinking, how did I do that?
You're a hero, Dean.
Still.
Didn't
quite
really
mad.
feel like that or anything.
Yeah,
It
you
was
felt
very,
like a
very,
child.
very, very
Yeah.
odd that was. But you just reminded me of that, saying that thing about the...
What am I? I'm an omen.
I had another one like that though in America when I was driving. And when you drive in San Francisco, well, you drive in America anyway, you can see all the roads are very straight, and you can see traffic lights change ahead of you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You just judge it. So you go at a certain speed, you might be going 30 miles an hour, because as you kind of go, there's lots of hills as well. You go down a hill, traffic lights goes to green, the one in front's on amber, and if you go at a certain speed, you hit it at green, you never stop.
Yeah.
And you can look down the road for a long, long way and constantly never hit a red light. I was coming down, I was doing exactly the same speed all the way down, and I came to this one particular junction, and there was a girl in the back here, my girlfriend there. I came to this particular junction, and the girl in the back just went like that, the tiniest little kind of intake of breath, and I just put my foot on the brake a little bit, just slowed the car down enough, and this limousine just went whoosh straight in front of us. It passed in front of us so quickly that we almost didn't see it. It was so fast, it just went like that. And it was only when you looked there and saw it that you thought
That's
it
just missed
couldn't
me.
have been
Just missed me.
anything in it. Do you know what I mean? But it's basically, I hadn't
Why-
seen it at all. She just made this little noise, and I just braked, and it just went whoosh.
Why did she go?
She'd seen it. She'd seen it coming up the road.
So-
She hadn't said a thing. She just like breathed in.
And you were like, hello?
I don't know, you see, because you haven't got time to think she's breathed in because the car's coming, so brake. It was just, I only slowed down enough for it to go past. But it makes you feel like that, like maybe that should have been it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you should have been,
Yeah.
or maybe you shouldn't have.
Maybe
Been in
she
that
yeah.
car.
Definitely
Do you know what I mean?
What's weird in a situation like that, is that because something really, really mental happens, your thought process afterwards, you don't know the order things happened in. Yeah, like with the glass. Yeah, you probably did.
I
Hear
think
the
I did hear
cracking.
the thing,
You probably
yeah.
then did say that, and you probably don't. But because it doesn't all come into your head, nothing registers. When you play it back after the incident's happened, you're like,
Doesn't
"Ooh,
make
that's
any
like
sense.
real double
Yeah,
weird."
I mean, I
Because
didn't
your
think.
mind
Yeah, I
plays
didn't
tricks
think
on
it
you.
was psychic. I didn't think I was just like, psychically going, that glass is going to go.
Yeah,
But the weird thing was the way it happened. I didn't look up at the glass. I didn't do anything except
Sure.
say,
Come here.
"Come here." And like you say, I'm sure that I was hearing that. And in a half kind of dazed
Yeah.
thing, I'm sure I was hearing that glass breaking
Yeah.
above me. Do you know what I
Sure.
mean? And thinking that. But like you say, yeah, you play it back and you're kind of going,
yeah.
it's not normal. How did it happen?
I'll tell you something that was weird. I watched this program on TV, and basically imagine you've worked late. Okay, it's about 11:30, 12 at night. Okay, and you've literally got to go down this country roads to get back to your house. Okay, pitch black and pissing down with rain. This guy is going along in his car. Okay, on the country road. As he's driving along, there's basically a roundabout in front of him. There's a roundabout in front of him, and a rabbit runs out, and he hits this rabbit, steers, okay, and the car crashes, smashes up. About 5 seconds later, right, his car, he looks through his driver's side window, and on the other side of the road, right, is his car, exact car, that has continued driving, gone round the roundabout, driven back, and the guy in the car looks to see if he's okay, and it's actually him.
Hey?
Hey, Paul.
What?
Really, really weird.
He was concussed.
Well, this guy, yeah. So this guy's driving along, right?
Was he a friend of yours?
He's hit a rabbit,
I don't.
and
Is
the
this
car.
a film or is it a friend of yours?
Well,
remember
I'll tell you what it is in a sec. But okay, so you've got like a dual carriageway situation where basically you go up, there's a roundabout, you can go all the way around and come back down the other side of the road. Right, so this guy is driving along on his own in the evening, and it's pissing down with rain. Visibility is like really, really bad. He's driving along, and a rabbit runs out in the middle of the road.
Did it
and
happen to you?
hits the rabbit, right? Steers and smashes into the barrier. Literally a matter of seconds later, he's all like concussed and that, and he looks over to the other side of the road, right, and his exact car with his registration plate, everything, is driven, and as he looks to see the bloke in it, it's actually him.
I don't get that.
This was
Paul.
like weird stories and things that have happened to people. The guy survived, but he basically said that as soon as the crash happened, he saw in front of him his car continue, despite the fact the car was stopped and it hit the window.
Sure,
He said he
concussion,
saw
hasn't he, or
his
something?
car drive on, go round the roundabout, come back, and check to see if he was okay, but it was actually him.
Hallucination.
That's kind of
But I'm
similar.
just saying that your mind.
plays
plays
Yeah, I was
mental
going to say, I heard a
tricks on you.
story of a guy, he's driving in the country and stopped at this field, only to look at the field and to see a battle raging from the English Civil War. And then he feels lots of really, really awful feelings like pain and guilt and torment. And he believes he, in his past life, was
Was.
a person in the English Civil War and he was killing all these people.
Right.
And that's him reliving. And that's happened quite a lot. People
Yeah,
say
that's-
that
yeah.
they have flashbacks.
Yeah. So
Oh,
do you believe
yeah.
in
Previous
reincarnation
life.
then?
Oh, the weird,
Because they say that's deja vu, don't
And
they?
the lights dim.
yeah. I saw a documentary
I'm
about
getting
it,
a
and
little
it
bit scared
was,
now, guys.
For
and
reincarnation.
it was very, very hard about a little boy in India who'd started to say to his mother when he was about 3 years old, "My name's so and so."
Sorry, can I stop?
And
Is this, where did you discover this?
This was a documentary on
On
TV.
TV, okay.
Yeah, and this kid was famous in India now, and this English crew had made this documentary, and he'd said, "I'm so and so. I used to own a shop." So, and this went on for 4 years till the kid was 7, until his mum said, "I couldn't stand it anymore." He was always saying to me, "I'm this same guy. I own this television shop. Blah blah blah. I was shot by robbers on this day." All this information from a kid, and they eventually, through just this kid being such a pain in the arse, they took him in his dad's car. They found the shop. He went in. He knew where everything was. He knew where the till
Bloody
was.
hell.
And they interviewed. It was so bizarre because they interviewed this little kid sitting next to this grown woman who was this man's wife who died, and she said the minute he came in the shop, I knew it was him.
Why?
It was horrible.
When did this happen recently?
Seen that on TV?
I saw that probably about 10 years ago.
That's evil.
I saw it, yeah,
It
I
was
saw
very,
it.
very hard. I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, but there was something just really
Strange about
about that. There was something odd there.
It
don't
sends
like
a chill
this.
down your spine, doesn't it?
It's not
What about when people
scary.
get hypnotised and they go back and back
Yeah,
and back
but-
and back to when they were kids, and then they say, now go back, and they go back to being an adult?
What's
Have you heard of those?
the term
Yeah,
used? What's
before
the
they were
term used? They
kids.
take you back. It's called
Regression.
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 Tell me
And a
what
friend of mine
happens.
had regression, and he went to save regression. He had regression done, and he went back, and he's actually at the time of. He believed he was always said it. He thought he was something to do with France. He's just very connected to France, so he's got no French regrets or anything. And then he got regressed, and he was actually in the time of all the beheadings, and he said it was awful. He was actually looking down into
His head was being-
into the basket with a thing to come back when they regressed him.
Oh, I want to do that.
So he wants
I
to.
want to do that.
Could
Have
it
you
feel
ever
like
chopped
a
off?
beheaded?
I'd like to know where I'm
And then he took him all the way back there, and he said, a guy brought him out, and the guy said, you were speaking fluent French to me. He doesn't speak a word of French. When he was in it,
When
he was
he was
talking
under.
to him, he was just babbling French and everything to him.
What's the film with it? Kenneth Branagh and...
Frankenstein.
No, exactly that, regression. With Kenneth Branagh and...
Flatlines.
Flatline's where you try and take the
No.
dead to the edge.
It's kind of similar.
Doc,
Yeah, it's when they kill themselves.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
real
So, yeah, same sort of
freaky,
thing.
freaky,
Good film.
scary
Sign.
movie.
But he said this
Tiny.
guy's seen lots of things like this because you were speaking perfect French, everything. You were
That's
babbling
just-
your name, aristocrat, and you were about to be beheaded.
She like that, Brian.
No, because I don't know what I'd be. I think I'm evil.
they video
I was
record
a
it so you
priest
could
or
see
something
him?
evil.
Huh?
This is a
They
good
video
act.
record it so you could see
Didn't
it.
know this time, did it? But it really
I
freaked
went
him
to
out.
That's
a
why you
woman,
lose,
I don't know,
don't
I can't remember whether she read my palm or what, or whether I just had to sit with her for a while. And then she looked down and all of a sudden she
Can I
looked
ask
up.
you why I can't remember if she write your palm or
Well, I can't
not?
remember what it was now. Was it a palm?
Why we... Okay.
Me and a friend went with it. Was it? No, I think she just sat with you and kind of felt your energy and then closed
Okay.
her eyes and concentrated. I can't remember which way she
Oh,
did
whoa.
it. And she closed her eyes and then she said, I can see a very big fire and it's very dark and your eyes are wide and wild and your hair is wild. And she says you're dancing and there's drums beating and they're beating and dancing.
Cigarette.
No, this is it.
Oh.
She said to me in a previous life I had been a shaman. She was going on about
Ooh.
all this.
Listen,
Chilling.
And she's
I
like,
don't
you've
that. I
got,
was in the
she's
same
like, you've
room
got
as you.
all this energy and power, and she says, you are the wise person, you are seeing things, you are connected. And I was sitting there going,
Uh-oh.
hey. And when she kind of came out with it, she said, how do you feel about that? And I was like, uh-huh. What am I supposed to say?
Can't say much,
Sounds
can
good.
Yeah, great.
If
Didn't
only.
I tell you the story about my uncle's wife's sister who went to the hypnotist when she was pregnant? I don't know
No.
that story. She went to the hypnotist when she was, I think she was just pregnant. She never knew she was pregnant. And the woman said to her, oh, she goes, I can see joy. I think she said joy comes in pairs.
I don't
Is your
like
twin?
that.
The woman was like, she goes, but I can also see death. I see a lot of death. And the woman was like, never, so leaves. So anyway, 9 months later,
My God.
she gives birth.
Josh, you're doing it while you do to Brian. He looks evil.
Does what?
I swear, if you do it again,
I was listening to a story.
Come on.
you know
She
when he
gives
does the evil and
birth.
he looks away.
2 twins born dead.
Oh, no. That's not very nice.
She foreseed it and the woman didn't realise what it was. And she said she sees pairs of...
It's spooky though, isn't it,
birth.
that premonition thing? Because my mum, right, who I've told you, like, is Jehovah's Witness, and they don't believe in any of that, Jehovah's Witnesses, and my mum is so full on into it, you know what I mean?
Brian.
And she travels she travels to like Tokyo, to Japan a bit, she's got friends there, and to America, and she travels all the time. And she loves flying. And probably about this time last year, she'd booked her flight and everything. She was ready to go. She said she went to see Marnie, my niece, who was, I think, 8 at the time. And Marnie's really used to her grandma going on away. She flies all the time. And as she was going, as my mum was leaving, and it was the last time she'd said before she went, Marnie started crying. I said, don't go, I really don't want you to go. No, that's wrong. My mum phoned me up and said, brand new sofa.
It's a brand
Saying,
new.
saying to the guy next to me, whose name was Stuart, can you believe we're in here? Didn't I tell you
are
that?
lying to me, yeah.
I swear to God, I had that dream.
Did you say that,
Wow.
Stuart?
Before you
Yeah, I
came
told
in here?
Stuart, yeah.
Oh,
Before I
you
came
got
in here.
it?
Before I came in here, before I even knew I had it. I was in here, I was sitting on a sofa. It was blue though, so that doesn't work. I turned round to someone and said, can you believe we're in here? And this bloke's name is Stuart.
Evil.
Weird.
I never dreamed about getting in here because I'm shocked to be here. Did she say gay sport boy?
Yes.
Yeah. And a teacher.
Dean, that's me.
Except she said the teacher was a woman teacher who was 40.
I mean, Penny was 40.
So they don't-
One Penny was 40.
They always, so it's quite funny, people like that, because I've been to clever ones, they never quite exact, they always get roughly in regions of place, I found
Paddy,
out.
didn't it?
When I've been to them. So I went to one before I came in here.
Did you?
I went to one because I couldn't decide to come in here.
What did they say?
Not to do it.
Really?
Yeah, she was amazing actually. I think I was so, half my friends said yes, half my friends said no. And then someone said, go and see this woman, she's really, really good. And she did all the tarot cards.
Completely ignored her.
Okay, well, well, the thing was, she said, you've something that you'll hear, which I didn't tell her what it was there for. She's quite famous. She did Paulie Yates and a lot of celebrities. And she's quite strange. She's a bit scatty. She's very scatty.
Sometimes people
been-
like that.
She used to be
Yeah.
an actress. And she looked at my astrology charts and this and who my perfect partner was and stuff like that. And she said, right, what are you here for? You've got to make a decision. It's a huge decision. I can't understand what it is. You've got a huge decision to make. Yeah, it's very big. You're very worried about it. Let's do some tarot cards with it. There's tarot cards. And she's like, yeah, you're something. You're doing a big decision. She goes, but and she says, don't do it. She goes, you're going to have a short-lived. She says, you're going to be quite well known for a short-lived period of time. It's going to be a lot of pain for you.
Really?
And I thought that, and she predicted someone at home was sick, and that was Lisa at the time. She was very sick at home with breaking up with a boyfriend and stuff, couldn't go to work and stuff. She said, well, tell who's home, go home, tell her they're going to be all right, she'll be fine in a week. That was 2. Then she predicted 3 people in my group. One was Priya, she's got an Asian friend very close to you, in your group. Don't know how she knew that. And then she said things, one thing she said, there's someone in your group you'll be very, very careful of. Very careful of. They're going to betray you.
Really?
Yeah.
So someone's going to tell a story.
They said they're going to betray you. So don't make this decision, someone's going to betray you. It's very close in your group. She said it's going to really hurt you, but it's going to betray you. So I don't know who it is, but it's here. It's this Lord's lies. So that was horrible.
Mm-hmm. Especially after telling about your Asian friend.
Yeah.
So you go, that's true.
That's true.
Maybe
The
he'll
person at
betray
home's
you.
sick. And no, she said to him, and I did tell Priya, I said, be careful what you tell him, because he'll talk a lot.
Him. So
Yeah.
you don't know who it is?
Yeah, it's Priyash.
Oh, it is Priya.
Yeah, and he does. He talks a lot. Don't
He could
tell
tell a story.
Well, this decision you've got to make, don't tell him. So, because I was thinking, who can I tell before I go in? And I can't. Whatever it is, you can't tell him, he'll talk. Right, so that was really outrageous. Then there's a person at home. Then she's like, she did this thing, and I was just sitting there going, oh no. And I was really like, a mess this time. It was about 2 weeks before.
Is it?
And she goes, yeah, you can't do it. She goes, something's going to happen. It's going to be big. I can see you in the press or something like that. But in the long run, it's going to be very painful for you. So I don't know if you should do it. And then she said, okay. She goes, I don't know. These cards are quite scary. She goes, I need to know what. She says, you work in mortar. You mortar bricks. I see with your work. What's
Oh, right, yeah.
That was another thing. So then she said, okay, I need to know what this decision is. And I told her what it was. I
It's
actually,
raining, guys.
Something outside, is it?
no. I actually said to
Don't
her,
it's
there's
raining.
Cheers.
no,
Sorry,
they're
go
all
on.
in. They're all in. I got them in.
Oh,
Oh,
I
there's
don't think
two
it is
there.
raining.
There's 2, I think, 2 chairs. And I said to her, okay, she said, can I ask you what it is? Because these cards are quite not very good. She goes, what you're in bricks and mortar, but it's not you in the long
raining,
run.
Paul.
But you should be with people. You should be working with people. She went off on a tangent. She says, I see you abroad for some reason. I just see you abroad. She said, it's Canada, America, I'm not sure. You're going to be a few years there. You come back to Europe. But she says, that's in 3 years' time. And whatever this decision is, you shouldn't make this decision following, because you're going to be very successful.
Is it
at
raining?
Yeah. And then she said, okay. And I said, I don't know if I can take your advice. She goes, oh, right, okay, you need to tell me what it is. And I told her what it is. She goes, oh, okay. She says, well,
Oh, I can
It's
feel the
Yeah,
evil
it's-
in these
it's odd
two
because-
witch friends.
there's something. There is definitely something in it. Vanessa's got a friend.
Oh, is she
who's
witch?
Psychic. Who doesn't, she doesn't make any money out of it, but she is.
amazingly uncanny.
So
I used to think I was.
really.
Yeah, years ago I used to think I was. And people used to think I was very strange.
Why did you think? What was
How
the?
old were you?
19, 20, 21, around that period. And I had a period where I just don't know, I just did things, I said people, and just like, how did you know that? And just bizarre things. I said, I don't know, I just knew. and it was a real connection. And I started getting into, but not the occult, but started getting really into things like that and Ouija boards. And that's when you said Ouija board the other day, I went, because I sort of went down that line, and you know, we did seances and with friends, and so it was a bit, it was a bit out there. And I had a few years going through that. And this girl I knew, can't remember her name, she's very strange, she's Australian. She said to me, Josh, you do have something about you, it's very strange, but you're going to lose it because you're not going the right path. She said, there is something about you, but you're just going to lose it. And I don't see anything anymore. I used to have half visions and weird, strange things.
They say everyone's got like 10 tendencies.
Yeah.
You only got to develop them.
You have, that's what she said. She said to me, you can develop them because you're going to lose them. Just, you know, I mean, the way you're cool.
And some people sort
Quite
of
happy
develop
to
them
lose
when they
them.
like,
Yeah, I am
like
actually.
rock
Yeah.
bottom, something quite
emotional
in
distress.
their life has happened to them, and they
Josh.
sort of like hit rock bottom, and then they sort of like develop them.
What happened with the Ouija
And
board?
then
Did you
stuff
use
like
it?
Saturn
Don't
Circle.
Did you get in contact with spirits of evil?
Is it Saturn circles?
Yeah,
I don't know, I had
don't
some
know.
very freaky...
I do want to know.
I had some very freaky experiences.
Tell
What I
me.
say is don't meddle with it.
Well, tell me then.
No, I don't want to.
I want to hear it.
No, I don't want to talk about
I
it.
said, tell me.
Well, can we talk about when they finish talking about this?
I don't know, she just used to go with her friend Michelle. They used to just go and sit in circle, and her friend is really good. It was sort of like you'd sit in circle and not talk, but it would help you to open up sort of like...
Oh, jeez.
Right,
What's the word I'm looking
channels,
for? Yeah.
communication,
Fun.
and
Communication.
I felt you coming into me there, like your
the
spirit.
old hold hand and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Yeah.
nice,
you've got
actually.
hands and all.
Because you know, some people say that the mirrors are the devil's looking glass. That's why if you break it, 7 years better luck. But supposedly...
I thought it was just because mirrors were expensive back then.
No, but go
Why
back.
is the mirror the devil's looking glass? 'Cause you're
Supposedly-
looking at yourself.
You're looking at yourself, and on the other side, the devil looking at you.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's what's
What did you say?
That's quite freaky, actually.
But it's weird
I'm
that
so
that's,
glad no one
it's
told
weird
me
that
that.
that's in our culture and in,
What
and
did
in
you say?
Eastern
It's
culture.
all the way
What did you
through.
say?
Mirrors are bad.
Mirrors are
Mirror.
very evil. The mirror is like
Everyone
it's
doesn't
called the
know that
devil's
as a
looking
child.
glass.
I've always
And
thought
while
when I
you're
look into
staring at
mirrors,
yourself,
I used to
the
scare
devil's
myself
behind you
looking at
looking
you.
at you.
Child.
Shit,
And I used to
I
look
am
at the mirror
constantly in my life surrounded by mirrors.
Me too.
That's why you don't have
To
mirrors.
yourself.
Oh yeah, that's
To
why you have mirrors
yourself,
in
and
your
I'd just be
bedroom.
like, oh my
Why
god.
did you do that to yourself?
I would
you
never say
strange
candy.
child?
I would never
know
say
what I mean?
Candyman in the mirror 3 times. Eva, forget
Not
it.
3 times.
Is it 5?
7, isn't it?
No, it's 3 or 5.
Three.
Right, no, that's film.
So
It's
every
not-
time you look
three.
in one of these mirrors, the devil's looking
looking
at you.
back
Oh,
at you.
right.
Yeah.
Especially these
That's
mirrors.
not cool.
I'm never.
Okay, I'm definitely sleeping in the boys' bedroom tonight without a date.
Well, there's another story going back, and this I don't know if it's on
Elizabeth,
it.
Funny
what's
thing
in
is
our room?
that Maylock's
Oh
got
my
a meaning
god, I
in
got
us
one
being
over
in
my
here.
bed.
Well, no, it is
We know that
very
there's
strange.
someone out there
Mirrors,
looking
mirrors
through
are linked to a lot of things to do with occult and devil worshipping and all sorts of things.
Bad house to be in.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
the
aren't true
feng shui
mirrors
thing.
though. That's the thing. These aren't
These
true
aren't pretend mirrors.
No,
Mirror-
that's right,
they're
there's someone
windows.
behind them looking
Yeah,
at us.
so it's not true mirrors.
devil.
The other thing is that the
actually
ritual
nice.
is the mirror to see if you want something that goes over your shoulder, going down, doing the climb downwards to hell, so like using stairs and going down backwards. And there's a certain chance that you get to the bottom. The devil's supposed to be waiting for you.
Is that what you have a mirror? You've got to see where you're going.
Well, and also to see maybe because you can't look him directly in the eye. Because if you look him directly in the eyes when you die, that's why supposedly you find
So
people
you got-
dead at the bottom of stairs and things.
So you got into all this at 20, and
Yeah,
you learned all about this.
I'm read into it and got a thing.
Were you worshipping?
No, not worship or anything. But it got a bit. I was trying to get special books and stuff like that. You're not supposed to buy. And magic is not really spelled how we spell it. It's with a J, and it's all lost. There's loads of stuff into it, and there are underground in this country. There's a lot of underground movements that sort of delve into that sort of thing. But no, nothing serious. I'm just telling you. I just want to know. I'm not,
It's the way
It's
how
just the
we
other
spell
side,
magic.
isn't it?
Did you notice that? How we spell magic is with a J. We're still part of it, are we?
no, not at all. But that's all they say about mirrors.
Brian, beware.
Josh
So
is
she-
in your room.
Forget it. I'm
surrounded by
so
mirrors.
not looking at him again.
No, but no, it's such a thing. It goes through all lots of different cultures that mirrors aren't not healthy to have around with. You don't have them in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? That sort
What
of
do you mean
Lots of
underground
cultures.
cults who deal with Satan?
Yeah, there is in every country.
Cool.
And you was part of that.
No,
Brian,
not
everything
at all.
you can
Never,
ever
never,
imagine,
ever,
there is
never.
someone out there doing it, or many more.
People are praising the devil. No, I laugh and joke about it, but they're actually serious.
Guys, I've never heard that before.
Satan.
And the more
So
times
every
you
time
say
you look,
that,
you've got to
the more
stop
times I
looking
might
at
think
him,
Brian
yeah.
is our leader.
No.
What, you've never heard of devil
Brian
worship
understands
or about
us.
mirrors?
I've
I
never
don't
had to.
know much about it, to be honest.
I don't talk about it, I'm
but
scared.
No, it's hidden. It's
Basically,
underground.
I was
Paul,
willing to talk
Paul,
about
whatever
it.
you can, Paul, whatever you can think about, someone out there is doing it.
There's a lot
Sorry,
of people
what?
on the planet, do you know what I mean?
They
They're
are.
all doing stuff.
What, each
People
one
are
of us has
into-
got a twin that does...
No, so if you can imagine with something, then there
You
are
just
people who are
imagine